We are 104 days into 2025, and I have finally found a 5-star read. A book that I'm obsessed with, and to the surprise of no one, it's Ocean Vuong's upcoming release, The Emperor of Gladness. I am not in any way trying to overhype this book. I thought it would be good. I didn't think it would be this good. I'm so excited for you to finally read it because I had the best time with it. It's one of those stories that has so much heart, so much life. It really, it made me feel things. It definitely reads a bit like the mature older brother of On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous. There's a lot of parallels, a lot of the same themes, things like the Asian American experience, queer youth, addiction, existential dread. All of those ideas make their return in this book, but I think they're better established and they're more poignant. And that's coming from someone, I think this is 5 stars as well. But this is my favourite book of his, hands down. The story concerns a 19-year-old Vietnamese American boy named Hai who is going to unalive himself because he's just finding life very difficult and overwhelming, and he's going to throw himself off of a bridge when this elderly Lithuanian American woman who watches him from like her window stops him, you know, because she lives by the river. She sees him about to throw himself off the bridge. She stops him. They strike up this friendship. It becomes, over time, more of like a codependency where they have this sort of mutual need to like fit in with someone and actually like share their stories and enjoy each other's company. And it's very tender. It's that multi-generational camaraderie. It's a really sweet story. We find out that the old woman's name is Grazina and she has dementia. So as the story progresses, we sort of see her identity slipping away, her regressing into her childhood self, you know, escaping Lithuania when it was occupied by the Soviets and moving to America. You see the way that Hai has to sort of put on this character to keep her grounded in her younger self while also reminding her about the modern day. It's just a fascinating story that's very compelling. I mean, my grandmother had quite an aggressive battle with dementia, so I was really feeling for the character and the sort of impact that has of like losing the person while they're still alive. Like it's very challenging. The book makes a lot of references and comparisons to Dostoevsky's The Brothers Karamazov, which we discussed this with Intermezzo, always here for a Dostoevsky comparison. But in this as well, it felt more pertinent because Hai is very much like the Alyosha of the story. He's like the one very like pure boy who's like in amongst all this crap and feels compelled to sort of hold everything together for everyone else, and how exhausting that is. And I really enjoyed that because this was like lit fic at its finest. You know, people can complain about lit fic, they can have their issues with it not being as well defined as a character, as a story that's more plot emphatic, but I had a blast with this. I thought it was amazing. We're in Connecticut. He's lying to his mum the whole time. He's convinced her that he's in medical school getting this amazing career so that the family can actually move up in the world financially, and he's not. He's working in like a rundown restaurant. He has this, what was interesting is he has like this queer relationship in his past that isn't explored, and I oddly respected that. Like it wasn't his whole personality. Like he was queer, but he had this sort of it seemed like he'd had a previous relationship that we never quite got into, and I liked that the character had put up walls between us and them where we didn't completely know everything about him. It was really just nuanced, professional, complex, like love. There's a lot of references to Star Wars as well, which I really enjoyed. They were talking, because again, there's parallel themes, you know. Star Wars is that mix of like family but also like chosen family and going on adventures, and the sort of mix of people from all different walks of life. Like all of that follows through into this story as well. So again, it's just a really nice book. I recently did a medical rotation in geriatrics and palliative care, and it's really sad because a lot of those people, they've lived their whole lives, they have all these amazing stories to tell, and a lot of the time they're relegated to like being on their own. Like loneliness in the elderly is such a huge problem, and it's a shame, this sort of cultural shift where the elderly used to be the people who were sort of the most respected members of the community, and now it's sort of like they're not kept in the house anymore, they're not kept with the family, they're encouraged to like live on their own or go to care homes. And it's just a shame, because you see in this story a really precious bond between two people from completely opposite ends of the tracks, but they still find that mutual ground that makes existence more tolerable for both of them. And it's really, again, like, this story has so much heart. Like, I'm not overselling it. I love this book, and I think you will love this book as well. If you are anything like me with your book taste, there's a lot to love here. I'm really grateful to Vintage for sending me this. It's 5 stars.